Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Sim500 Superspeedway series. We're here at the high banks of Talladega for race number 11. And right now we have 5 minutes left, just about 5.5, of whatchamacallit practice. And that's the 48 going inside. He's in the wall. Let's go ahead and see if we can grab an interview with anybody. No, he's not gonna be able to make it in. Whoa, okay, that everybody's dead now. Oh, dear. Jesus. Alright. Let's get, Bobby is deafened and muted, so I guess we'll, get Joey Gattina. Hey, Joey, Sean up in the booth with VRN, you got a copy?
Hey, Sean, what's up, buddy?
Alright, man, well, this is the final race before we move in to the, round of 6 here this season. And you have the fastest lap here in practice. Not that that really means a whole lot, but right now you sit third in points. You have a pretty big lead over the cut line. So do you think you'll be able to give these guys a run for their money come time for the championship race?
Yeah, absolutely, Sean. And I think that number we put down in practice, it did do a lot. It scared these guys. 14's been extremely fast. We were outside pole last night for the NC 811 Call Before You Dig Cup Series. So I'm going to call my shot now. 14's going to be on the pole tonight, and we're going to win this race.
All right, man. Well, what is your confidence level for the final 2 races, knowing we're going to be in a completely different car both races? You'll be in the truck and then the Xfinity to end the season.
I'm ready, man. Beasley and Bobby Wetzel and Tyler and all those guys are tough to beat, but I mean, it's been a good season for us. Hopefully, we can keep out of the mess and be there at the end, man. That's all we got to do to score points.
Now for the final 2 races in the top 6 chase, we're going to have 20 more-ish laps than we usually do. How big of a factor do you think that's going to be?
I mean, not much on these kind of tracks. I mean, field seems to they're smart, they ride, so just have to ride for a few more laps before we get it on.
All right, man. Well, good luck tonight, Joey. And I guess you could say it's Joey time. Time to get you a championship here.
Yeah, we're calling our shot, man. We appreciate everything you've done, and looking forward to talking to you later on.
All right, hopefully we can, man. Well, I'm excited for this race to get underway. A lot of hype going on right now. We've got 2.5 minutes left here in practice. And now let's take a look at the cut line heading into the final race of the round of 12 here. So taking a look at the points right now, the drivers who are still mathematically in it, the top 8 can still make it in on points. Kevin DeBrown, Justin Fuller, they are out of it. They are out of the title fight. They're not going to be able to make it up. Kevin DeBrown, he is 32 points out. And right now, as it stands, there's only 27 cars. So he cannot gain enough points to make it inside the top 6. And then Matt Dominic, Michael Muncie are 2 guys on the outside looking in. Muncie's 20 points out, so it's going to be a little harder for him to make it in if he is here tonight, that is. And then Matt Dominic is currently 7 points out of the cut. So it's going to be close between mainly Forrest Scott, Matt Dominic. Forrest Scott, last car inside the top 6, and Dominic is only what, 7 points back, 6 points back? Yep, 7 points out right now. There's Matt Dominic. I know you can't see his paint scheme. Had to refresh trading paints there. So anyways, guys, with only a couple of seconds left, this is the 11th race of the season. 2 more to go. Now, we won't be live next week. We'll be taking a Memorial or Labor Day weekend off week, and then we'll go back with Daytona and end it off at Talladega with the Xfinity car on the 20th. So I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this here. Bottom right of your screen, you can see a calendar. We will not be racing on the 6th there, but if we go ahead and move it down, we will be racing the 13th. That'll be the race 12, and then the finale will be on September 20th of this year. So now that practice has come to a close, let's go ahead and get ready for qualifying here at Talladega Superspeedway for race number 11 of the season. Who is going to be the first driver to venture out to the high banks here in Mobile, Alabama? Or, no, crap, Talladega, Alabama. There's so many different tracks. It's hard to keep track of all. It's like it's going to be championship competitor Forrest Scott. So far this season, Forrest Scott has scored 3 top 5 finishes, 4 top 10 finishes, and has led about 27 laps. It has completed 516. 25 of those laps all came at Daytona in the trucks on August 2nd, so about 28 days ago now. 2 weeks ago. No, 4 weeks ago. I don't know. Math. But Scott trying to put this thing up on the top here. Last week he finished 18th at Daytona with the Xfinity car, so not the greatest finish for him. But however, he might be able to get himself into the round of 6 here with a good or keep himself inside the round of 6 with a good performance here at Talladega. Quentin Carpenter is also out here. He is a great pusher we've seen in these 87, so I'd expect that 16 Chevrolet Monte Carlo to be up front and center here tonight. See who else is out here. Here's Tyler Dalton. He's been robbed of so many wins for the past few weeks. I think it's about time we see Tyler Dalton get one done here in his Zone 15 87 Ford Thunderbird. I love how these 87 cars drive. They are so much fun to watch. I'm sure we're going to have another great show. John Higman Jr. here. Usually he's in the Winn-Dixie number 60, but not tonight. He's in a different sponsored machine. However, he is in that Ford T-Bird. The Underbird, if you will. Some of you guys will know what I'm talking about. Some of you won't. Here's Glenn Campbell. Currently top of the board for his trans service, number 44 Chevy. Can he put it up top? All right. Ooh. Look at Bobby Wenzel. He takes the top spot here. Scott Stenzel here in the 42 machine. What is he going to do? Is he going to better his lap time a little bit, but he's not going to move up on the board at all. There's John Higman Jr. on his second and final timed lap. And across the line, 46.554. That is good enough for P1 preliminary pole for Higman there. Great lap time there. Let's see what Joey can get. 46.670. He'll put it up to 5th on the board. So not a bad run. But Bobby Wetzel, he's going to take the top spot now. Great great pole battle going on right now. Is anybody else out on track here? We got John Fowler. Series admin does a great job running the Sim500 Racing Sports Mobility Superspeedway Series. Drifting it through the tri-oval. Is it going to be a good time? 46.813, a little bit better, but he's not going to gain any position. Now, what about Bruce Lee Weaver here in the 36 machine? It's going to come out of the tri-oval past the yellow cone. 46.658. That'll bump him up a handful of positions just outside of the top 5. So far, your top 5 as it sits: Bobby Wetzel, John Higman Jr., Tyler Dalton, Michael Muncie, and then Glenn Campbell. Looks like Tyler's just cruising. And that is going to conclude qualifying for tonight. But let's go ahead and look at tonight's starting lineup. On your front row here tonight, we've got ourselves good old Bobby Wetzel, title competitor, along with John Higman Jr. in second. Close battle there for the pole. In row number 2, we have Tyler Dalton and car number 19 with Michael Muncie on his outside, starting 4th. Rounding out your top 5 here tonight is going to be Glenn Campbell in the Trans Service 44 with Bruce Lee Weaver on his outside in P number 6. Row 4, we have Joey Gattina in the number 14 machine, and on his outside is going to be Scott Stenzel in the 42. Row number 5, rounding out your top 10 here tonight, Tim Workman Jr. in the 83, with Quentin Carpenter on his outside, starting 10th. Row number 6, we have Richard Beasley in the Tide Ride, current points leader, along with John Fowler on his outside in the 48. Row number 7, we've got Craig Martin in the 05, with Lois Robinette in the 32, starting 14th. Rounding out your top 15 starters here at Talladega Superspeedway, we've got Joshua Gathright, 89 actual, starting 15th, with Kevin DeBrown in the 16th position. And now the 30 cars are here, he still cannot advance to the next round. Brett Murphy in the 64 is going to roll off 17th, with Chris Sawyer on his outside, and that'll complete row number 9. Row number 10 is Paul Gallimore in the number 11 machine, with Matt Dominic currently on the outside, looking in 7 points back for Scott. He's going to roll off 20th. John Mustaine Jr., he's going to start inside of row number 11, P21, with Kevin England in the 127 on his outside. Row number 12, we've got Ron Hollifield in the number 1 machine, with Jeremy Reed in the 89, starting 24th. And then row number 13 is Forrest Scott, currently trying to get around Matt Dominic so he can confirm his spot into the chase, along with Gerald Livingston on the outside. And finally, row number 14, well actually no, we have one more row after this. It's going to be Andrew Schroeder in the 94 machine and Joshua Ingram in the 61. And rounding out your field here tonight, it's going to be the 131 of Steve Hoppett. We've got 29 drivers here tonight. Let's see if they can make it. All 60 laps. Great, I doubt it. We'll have to see what happens. Let's see what happens here. I don't know what to expect as per usual with these 87 Superspeedway style races. These things seem to be very chaotic. They're a lot more different than your typical speedway races, and honestly, a lot more enjoyable, personally. And for those of you wondering, next season's schedule has been announced. Not 100% officially yet, however, I can give you guys a bit of a rundown when we get the time. But for now, it's time we take a look at the kickoff, if you will, for tonight's event here at Talladega Superspeedway. Race 11 of the season, the final race before the cutoff, or no, the final race of the round of 12, before they move on to the top 6 playoff contenders. Contenders, not competitors. It's been a long day, it's been a long week, but let's get this thing underway. Folks are on their seats, are on their feet in the stands. Green flag is out. We are racing at Talladega. 60 laps underway. Let's see how long it lasts before we go yellow. Alright, as Bobby Wetzel comes around to complete lap number 1, I don't know if it's just me, but something sounds different about these cars. Trouble in the back car in the wall. Don't know who it was or what happened here. They're still in the wall. Who is it? It's car number 32, Lois Robinette, in trouble. What happened? It looks like this happened in pretty early on here. Got caught up in the wall, collected the 05 of Craig Martin, and just got stuck in the wall and couldn't get out of it. Looks like we're good though, no caution yet. Meanwhile, battle up front, side by side, teammates. Bobby Wetzel, Tyler Dalton at the line. It's going to be Tyler Dalton leading lap. He's actually going to be able to clear Bobby Wetzel. Those two out on their own as Bruce Lee Weaver, John Higman Jr. Those two going to slide into line. Here comes Glenn Campbell, Joey Gattina in 5th and 6th. Everybody else has singled it out here. We'll take a look at the current issue with the playoffs here. We got Forrest Scott here in 14th and Matt Dominic back in 17th. So as it stands right now, Matt Dominic would miss the second round in the playoffs. Well, we still have a bunch of laps to go before we see that all unfold. Meanwhile, up front, it is getting closer and closer, but a little further back here in like 10th or so. Looks like that's Craig Martin, Michael Muncie side by side with each other. Little bit of pack racing here. Looks like Fowler, a little drift in there. Let's go ahead and get some good old gyro cam, you know. On board, the number 48 of John Fowler. You can see how loose he is and how much he's working that steering wheel. This is definitely a driver's track, and that's why you see it get so spread out as car ahead of him kisses the wall a bit. Not a big fall off there for him. Quentin Carpenter there in the 16 red and white machine up on the top, just in front of the camera here. I don't know, something about it just sounds different. I don't know if it's just me or something, but I definitely hear a sound difference. Meanwhile, battle up front, 3 wide just behind them. Looks like Bruce Lee Weaver trying to hold on to that third position, but not worrying about the 6/10 of a second gap between them and the leaders. They're side by side. Here comes Glenn Campbell throwing his hat into the ring. John Hickman Jr. kind of just wanting to relax a bit right now. But as it sits, maybe asking who has the current points lead if they were to finish how they are right now. That's a great question. I'm trying to pull it up, but I keep clicking on the wrong thing. So right now, it would be Bobby Wetzel with the point lead. Actually, no. Actually, yeah. He would have the point lead by a couple of points. He currently sits second overall. Two by two for the first two cars. Whoa, okay. Words can't come out of my mouth tonight here, folks. Okay, John Hickman Jr., their fifth car in line. And a little further back, you can see Bruce Lee Weaver. Second and a half back is current points leader Richard Beasley. However, if Bobby Wetzel finishes 2 whole spots ahead of Beasley, he will have the points lead. Not by a lot, but he will still have it. Now, bonus points, they don't really seem to be a huge factor, as they usually are in most other seasons. Because right now, the driver with the most bonus points is 13 to EJ O'Rourke. And he is actually not here this week. So I don't know where he is at the moment. However, he may now miss the chase. If he misses tonight, that would put Matt Dominic in for sure. And for Scott. No, I take that back. Hollifield is only 27 points behind. Is 27 points behind EJ O'Rourke right now. So Hollifield would need to finish first or better because we only have 28 cars being scored on track right now. Just to pass him. So EJ O'Rourke is locked in. So with that being said, the top 4 contenders for the title are already locked. What we're trying to decide now is 5th and 6th. So the bottom 2 playoff contenders are still to be determined. Three on the bottom, 3 on the top. Very spread out tonight as we're 10 laps into the race. Three cars on the top. It looks like it's Tyler Dalton, Bobby Wetzel, and Bruce Lee Weaver. But now everyone's going to go down to the bottom. But Joey Gattina, he's going to come around. He's going to lead the lap here. Maybe he's very wiggly there. There he goes. He did lead the lap. But right now, 4 on the bottom, 2 on the top. It looks like it's very... Whoa, caution is out. It is a scrambled egg in the back. Chaos ensuing here. What happened? Looks like John Fowler up and over and landed back on his rims. Looks like he got up into the outside wall and got tagged by Tim Workman Jr. And then Quentin Carpenter tried to avoid it. Oh, man. Someone, Jeremy Reed, no. Tim Werman Jr. got tagged a second time and was still solid as a brick. If you can see here, he got tagged 3 times. How did he not get turned there? You know, we've seen this before from somebody. Can't remember exactly who. Had like their force feedback on like 50,000. But that's what caused incident number 1 of the night. And now we're going to go ahead, take a break here. We'll be right back after pit stops, more than likely, and when we're getting ready to go green. Alright, welcome back. We are getting ready to go green this time. Pace lines are off on the pace car. So we will be once again turning them loose here tonight for the second time here at Talladega Superspeedway. We got about roughly 10 laps into the books that time. So we'll see how many we can get in this time here. We are almost halfway in. Top 5 after pit stops going to be Glenn Campbell, John Hickman Jr., Bobby Wetzel, Joey Gattina, and Michael Muncy. Everybody went in. No one stayed out. Matt Dominic still out right now. but he is sitting in the 11th position. But for Scott, sitting in the 7th position. Alright, folks, here we go. Pace car going to be pulling off the speedway this time around. You're letting them loose. Here we go, into the tri-oval to get him running again. Glenn Campbell through the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. We are racing once again here at Talladega. Side by side they go into turn number 1. Glenn Campbell with the advantage on the bottom. He's getting help from the 9 of Bobby Wetzel. 3 wide behind. Scott Stenzel in the top lane. He was in the middle. Or was that Tim Wortman in the middle? Maybe that was Tim Wortman in the middle for sure. However, they got that cleared up very quickly on. Very early on. And now for Scott, he sits 8th. Just ahead of Matt Dominic. 3 positions back in that number 25 Dr. Pepper Chevrolet. A lot of craziness going on, but look up front. Look at Richard Beasley. He's trying to keep his point lead, even though it isn't much of a point lead. There they go into turn number 1 again. 3 on the bottom, 1 in the middle, 2 up top. Michael Muncie doesn't really know where he wants to go right now. He's going to keep it on the bottom. Side by side, 2 on the top. Too many on the bottom. The outside lane is going to start to fizzle out a bit here soon. Gallimore 10 laps down. He's still in the race though. He's back there logging laps. May have had some issues early on. But he can get a top 26 finish. Let's go ahead, go on board Joey Gattina here as he is trying to get his way through this mess. We're on the nose cam of the 14 machine. Some trouble in the back, maybe? No, okay, everyone's good. It just seemed like everything just kind of like went quiet on the bottom. I was like, did everyone wreck again? I don't know. The sound has been very weird tonight, guys. I don't know if it's picking up the same on the broadcast stream over on YouTube or not. But I mean, it just sounds very faint in the light, if you will. Like I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, outside lane only has 2 trucks or 2 cars on it. Meanwhile, they are 3 wide back behind them. Well, they kind of are. It's now they're not for sure. But if you look, Richard Beasley and Bobby Wetzel are side by side right now for the lead of the points. And right now they're tied, but it's going to be a close call if they keep racing this close together. Joey Gattina in the 14, currently controlling this thing. And this is just, it's hard to really commentate what's going on because there's so much going on. Just kind of trying to let you guys soak everything in. This is going to be the most action-packed race we see all season long. I have that feeling. The tempers, not the tempers, but the tensions are high. Higher than they've ever been. It's playoff time. It's a cutoff race. I mean, it can't get much worse than that, can it? Yeah, I didn't think so. But Joey Gattina out leading the pack here at Talladega. He said he has confidence in his number 14, Monte Carlo. Can he get her done here at Talladega? We'll have to wait and see. We are about 40 laps away from the finish. What can these guys do to maybe help their future out within this race? I mean, this race is going to be all about survival. I mean, there's not really much you can do other than trying your best to stay away from the chaos. That is a big, big help within the scenario, if you will. But right now, the front pack is a lot thicker than it was. Earlier in the first run there, but now the inside lane, it's fading back. Oh man. And pit stops. I should know when pit stops are going to be by now, but I just don't. It's hard to predict them and really remember the cycle, if you will. Oh, big wiggle there for the 10 machine. Very loose. I'm gonna think he nearly lost it there. Scott Stenzel, he's gonna work the third lane up top. Slide in behind Forrest Scott there. Matt Dominic isn't that far back still. I think he still has a shot at potentially making the chase. But Forrest Scott, he is currently, is he more than 8 points up? Hold on. Yes, he is. He is currently up to 5th in the standings if they were to end right here. Forrest Scott is. He's going to move Ron Hollifield into the danger zone. So that's just going to put more pressure on Matt Dominic. Oh, 3 wide up front, it looks like. Big moments going on up here. Joey Gattina, Bobby Wetzel side by side for the race lead. Who is going to be able to get it at the line, though? It is going to be close. 3 wide now. Richard Beasley on the bottom. Joey in the middle. Three wide still. Beasley, he's going to drop out. Probably the best move. Here comes Michael Muncy on the bottom. He's going to make an aggressive move to try to get into the lead here. It's working for now. But can he clear is the question. And right now he wasn't able to clear Wetzel. And it looks like Bobby Wetzel is going to lead another lap here at Talladega. Coming up on the lap traffic here. That's the 50 machine. Can't remember who the 50 is. Chris Sawyer. He's going to get lapped here. As it looks like everybody's now in this lead draft. Joey Gattina looking to take over that second position. trying to clear Muncie here. Not able to get it done, but Muncie has no help going into turn number 1. Joey has Tyler. A lot of guys here tonight trying to get inside the top 6 in points to make the final chase, the final cut, if you will. Looks like Beasley and Gattina and Dalton here all falling back, and Wetzel might follow suit. But right now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here for our halfway break. I know it's a little early, but it's whatever. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another half of the race. Michael Muncie currently controls this one here, folks. Before Scott, he's looking in second, third right now. Trying to clear Bobby Wetzel there for second. And Bobby, he's looking to make a move here for the race lead. Exactly 30 laps to go here at Talladega. A lot of cars trying to go for win number 1 of the season. A lot of drivers as well looking for their first career win. As many of you may probably know by now from watching these races, it is very much so a luck race for most of these races, except for this one. This one has a little bit of driver involvement, and around goes Muncie in front of the field. Can he save? He's down on the apron. He's still sideways, but he has it straight. What a save by the 19. Let's go ahead and get a onboard look at that one. Here he is heading down the backstretch into turn number 3. And you can see his car just get out of shape big time. There you can hear the rear tires squealing, saying, "Why are you doing this to us?" He lost the lead, but he's still in draft. A little bit of contact there with the 42 machine. But honestly, he's still in the lead draft. He should be just fine to carry on and move into the lead later on again. Top four on a bit of a breakaway now. For Scott, he's going to step out of line, trying to take the race lead. Not able to make it stick on the bottom, though. Here comes John Hickman Jr., Lewis Robinette, trying to get, or I'm sorry, Bruce Lee Weaver in the big car, 36. That's not the 32. Thought it was for a second, but I was wrong. It's been a pretty tame race. So far here tonight. Only one caution in the first half of the race. It seems like it's definitely taken a major chill pill the past few weeks, if you will. Last week we only had one caution. A week before that we had 6. And then a week before then we had 8, 4, 11, 5. So it's really been up and down this season. But it's been averaging around 5 to 6. But I mean, last week and this week are really calm. Bobby Wetzel, he's looking for win number 2 of the season, I think. Maybe win 3, right? No, win number 2. That's right. He started on the pole last week at Daytona. And guess what? He started on the pole again today. So could this mean that Bobby Wetzel's going to get another win here tonight at Talladega? He has been on fire the past few weeks, has a lot of momentum, and I think that that number 9 is probably, maybe likely, going to be able to maybe get the win here tonight. I don't know. We are going to have to keep an eye out on it. An eye out for it. But right now, Forrest Scott still on the attack, as he is trying to come home with a win himself here. Continue to lock up his spot in the playoffs. Everything's kind of singled out now. Probably going to see some pit stops here in the near future. Paul Gallimore still at it. Despite being 10 laps down, he's having a blast back here, I bet. And Kevin England there in the 127. Looks like a third lane is maybe trying to get formed up top, but just cannot make it work. Let's see here. Coming up on just 20 laps to go. Here in the Race City Sports Memorabilia Superspeedway Series. The 11th race of the season, 2 to go after tonight. And tonight's the big cutoff race. Let's see how the rest of this race unfolds with 20 laps to go. Thank you all for tuning into the broadcast here tonight. And it looks like we got the first group of drivers coming down pit road. Wetzel, Higman, Tyler. Problems in the back for some drivers. A bunch of drivers around. Tyler Dalton Oh no. Oh no. Bunch of people had issues here. Gerald Livingston, more of a minor one there. Looks like Joey Gattina may have gotten into the back of the 19. I don't know. It's hard to tell here. Pow. Yep. Joey coming in a little hot there, buddy. Just gotta, throw that out there. He tried, and just couldn't slow down in time. But they're all back out on track already. But look at Richard Beasley. He seems to always have a differing pit strategy than everybody else. So here he comes down pit road, locking up that right front. Hopefully he didn't spot it. Or flat spot it. Couldn't think of what the word was there. But it looks like Michael Muncy is going to be your race leader here. Oh no, problems. Big problems. Someone just blew up. Oh, why did it do that? Someone blew up, and it looks like that is John Higman Jr. What happened? Oh no. Big problems there for the number 60 machine. And I think I saw a wheel fly off of that thing as well. Let's get one more look at it here. Looks like he had a huge run in the 64, tried to block him. And he may have moved up a bit there. Yep. Right front flew off the number 60. And then there it went. The motor. Couldn't make it back to pit road. Beasley is your race leader now. Michael Muncy there in second, with Brett Murphy in third. Follow him up with Forrest Scott, Matt Dominic. Oh no, that's a... Oh, this is going to be messy. The points are on the line. Matt Dominic knows he needs to finish way ahead of Forrest Scott to be able to get into the final six. Matt Dominic, your regular season points champion. Can he hold on and advance to the next round? I don't know. It's going to be very tight here this week, folks. This is going to be very, very insane, chaotic. I don't know what you want to call it, but I mean, just hold on tightly. We're going to be going for a ride here, folks. As we are closing in on 15 laps to go, Michael Muncy leads the field over Brett Murphy, Richard Beasley. Trying to find Tyler Dalton. There he is. He is stuck a lap down. Oh no. Not a good pit stop for him at all. Joey Gattina on the back end of this 4-car draft here, as they are trying to pull in the top 3 here, who are 4 seconds ahead of them. I don't think they're gonna be able to get there very quickly, at least. Brett Murphy is now going to take over the race lead here. Everyone is being scored 43, 42 laps down for some reason. That should fix itself next time it scrolls through, I hope. That's not good. That looks more accurate, I think. No. Okay, so we might have a broken ticker here, folks. And I'm not going to be able to fix it. Because I don't know what it's doing. I turn it off and turn it back on and it works. No, it doesn't. It teased me. Okay. I might have to reset the overlays here, folks. So if I do, just bear with. You won't be able to see anything for a second or two. List any overlays, that is. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that quick. In the meantime, guys, right now, put in the chat, what are your thoughts on this race so far? I know it's very, very, very spread out between these top three trucks, or these top three cars. However, I think we're going to see some pretty exciting finishes here. I'm going to predict a potential late race caution, honestly. And, alright. Quick reset, fixed it. We're all good now. So that's that fix for you guys. We're within less than 15 to go here. 14 to go to be exact. Gap is now over now over 4.5 seconds. Matt Dominic is ahead now. However, he's still 4 points out of it currently. So he needs Forrest Scott to lose a few more positions before this race is over here, folks. 13 laps to go here at the line. Brett Murphy leads over Richard Beasley. Michael Muncy falling back. Does he have problems? What's going on to the number 19? Did he maybe get loose on exit here or smack the wall or something? He smacked the wall. That'll do it. They're going to reel him in very fast. They're going to eat him up like a dog eats his breakfast because he's hungry. I don't know. The 25 of Matt Dominic leads the second round, and Muncy bringing it down pit road. A lot of smoke coming from the 91. But now that's just a 2-car pack. I'm sure that these 4 can definitely reel in your leaders here. Maybe not. They're still not going fast enough. They're still pulling away. That is just crazy. But right now, Beasley in second, Matt Dominic, Joshua Gath right there in fourth. Joey Gattina, I think he might have the points. No, never mind. Richard Beasley would still have the points lead here. Bobby Wetzel and Gattina may be tied. If they were to finish how they are right this second. We've got just a handful of laps to go here. Coming up on 10 to go here at Talladega. Brett Murphy looking for his first win of the season. And potentially his first career win. I'm going to look into that now, though. But with 10 laps to go, coming up on some lap traffic, can he hold off a former series champion, of that being Richard Beasley in the number 10 tied Ford Thunderbird? Brett Murphy is a 2-time Sim500 winner. His last win came in April of 2022 in the Midnight Thunder Truck Series. He led only 1 lap, and that was the only lap that counted for him. But now, with 9 laps to go, with a little bit more help from the lap traffic, can Brett Murphy hold on to get win number 3 of his career? His first career win came in November of 2021. Trouble in the back, Kevin England, hard into the inside wall. Is that going to end to throw a caution? A caution would mix everything up here with 9 laps to go, and it doesn't look like it's going to come out. A lot of damage to the 127, but he's still able to keep it rolling. Wow. 8 laps to go here at Talladega. Richard Beasley, he has a handful of wins in the Sim500 League. I don't know how many off of my head, but I know he has at least 5, I think. And he has 6, to be exact. Currently sits 35th all-time in the lead wins board. His last win came just 2 months ago. Actually, no, last month. In this series at Talladega. So, he is looking for win number 2. Problems for Brett Murphy now. He's going to bring it down pit road. Is there going to be a fuel issue? There might be a fuel issue here, folks. Matt Dominic, he's going to bring it down pit road. Can these guys not make it to the end? I think that's the question we are all trying to figure out right this second. Coming up on 6 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway. Richard Beasley has been on fire tonight. He's always been up towards the front every single week. Former series champion here in the Super Speedway series. No one else has brought her down pit road yet. So I want to say that we are okay. But right now, Gerald Livingston, he's going to run in the 8th position. Joshua Gathright trying to battle Joey Gattina here. And there's Brett Murphy. He's a lap down. Scored in 12th. Forrest Scott's going to go into pit road now. I don't think these guys can make it. With 5 laps to go, folks, this is going to get very, very close. Never thought this would have turned into a fuel strategy race here at Talladega. This is going to be insanity here within the last 4 laps here at the line. Is anybody else going to come down pit road? We've had a few trickle in here and there. Yellow flag is out. Whoa. Oh, big wreck here. It looks like Bobby Wenzel, Bruce Lee Weaver involved. Looks like the 36 got loose and just checked everybody up there. We're going into overtime, folks. We're going to use our one and only overtime attempt here. But for now, we're going to go ahead, take a break here. We'll be back once we're ready to go back green. All right. This will be the one and only overtime restart we utilize tonight, folks. It's coming down to the final few moments of the season with 2 races to go after tonight. It is going to be crazy. But let's see how this final restart plays out, folks. Lining them up 2 by 2 here. Richard Beasley, Joey Gattina, your front 2, with Joshua Gathright, Bruce Lee Weaver, John Mustaine Jr. Gathright looking to get his first career Sim500 win. And I think we're going to try to go ahead and pull up his stream here on Facebook if he is streaming. And yes, he is. I'm going to pull this up here. You guys won't be able to see it, but I just want to see what goes on here. But here we go. pace car pulling in this time around. Let's see what happens on this restart. Beasley, Gatina, front row. Gathright, Weaver, Mustaine still in the running for this one. Here we go. Into the Geico restart zone inside the middle of the tri-oval. 2 laps to go. Green flag is out. A good jump for Richard Beasley, Joey Gatina. Not a good jump for the 98 of Gathright. They sound like little 4-cylinder machines. I don't know why, they just do. There they go into turn number 1. All single file. Forrest Scott already making moves. He's looking for 5th right now. He'll take it. Next flag will end the race. Whether it's caution, white flag, or checkered, it's going to end it. Gathright pushing all over the back of that number 10 of Beasley. Trouble for Forrest Scott in the back. He's starting to trickle down the leaderboard there. And his twin isn't that far behind him. Meanwhile, coming to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Gathright on the outside, trying to make a move for the lead. Whoa, what a big wreck in the back. Somebody up and over. Death in the background. I don't know who that was. We'll look in a second. But right now, Gathright has the race lead. Around goes Mustaine. He's hard in the inside wall. Gatina, he's pushing Gathright, trying to go into turn number 3. Next, driving across the line, first is going to win. Around goes Joey Gatina. What is Beasley going to do? Can he make a move? Here comes Beasley on the bottom. Gathright on the top. Gathright trying to hold him off side by side. It's going to be a photo finish. Beasley pushes him up the track. Gathright holding up on top and at the line. It's going to be Richard Beasley. Whew, my gosh. What a finish. I'm out of breath. Let's take a look at that replay, folks. Beating and banning to the line. And at the very last moment, Beasley was able to nose ahead of Gathright in the closing inches of the track at the line. Oh, man. Well, let's see who went up and over here quick. Who was that? Brett Murphy. Wow, what a wreck that was. Let's go ahead and go far chase here. Almost looks like Muncie turned him there. Oh, that doesn't look good for Muncie's sake. However, for Richard Beasley, it's a win at Talladega. Let's go ahead and get runner-up finisher Joshua Gathright up in the booth here quick. Hey Josh, Sean up in the booth with the VRN. You got a copy?
I sure do. How are you, sir?
Doing good, man. And you were just involved in one of the closest finishes I've ever seen here on iRacing. And actually, I tuned into your stream just before the final restart to see your reaction here And holy crap, what were your thoughts on that final lap there, Josh?
I was trying to keep Joey and Richard side by side so I could drive away from them, but obviously I didn't. I opened up the bottom and Richard drove in there, and I tried to keep it on his door, and then we were both trying to get off each other, but I think we were stuck on each other, and he got the win, so well deserved. It was awesome. I quite enjoy that. I don't care if I win all the time, but as long as it's good, clean, hard racing, that's all I care about. And Richard Beasley did a wonderful job. So.
Well, the second place finish just shows that you're here to maybe come home with a win here soon. What do you think your chances are in 2 weeks from now when we return at Daytona?
Um, if I survive to the last 10 laps, I'll tell you my chances are pretty good. So as long as I make it to the last 10, I'm gonna be up front. I'll tell you that right now.
All right. Well, do you think you'll be able to maybe stay for a full season next season? Maybe contend for a championship? Maybe.
Yeah. I started the season pretty late. Joey watched the stream, sent me an invite. I joined and absolutely fell in love. So thank you to you, um, as well as Joey. But yeah, hopefully next season we get a full season in.
All right, man. Well, is there any shout outs or things you'd want to give out to anyone here tonight?
Big shout out to Frontline Esports, Don Wheaton Chevrolet, 89 Actuals, a stream on Facebook. If you guys want to check me out, you guys for hosting and broadcasting this. So thank you, Virtual Racing Network, and Joey for letting me join the party, and also Richard. Hell of a win, buddy.
All right, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the break, and we'll see you back at Daytona.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good night.
You too. All right, let's go to get Richard Beasley, your race winner, up in the booth now. Richard, Sean up in the booth with VRN. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, that was a close finish. I need a drink of water. How'd you pull that off, man?
Oh man, I don't know. I thought I was a sitting duck. I didn't want the caution to come out. I was out there all by myself. I thought I was going to win it, and the caution came out, and I knew those guys were going to be lined up. And I just, luckily, when Joey got loose in the three and lost it there, I was able to get a run on Joshua and get to his inside, and he squeezed me, and we rubbed, and hey, the rest is history.
It was definitely a heck of a finish there, and I'll definitely agree with you there. You were definitely a sitting duck, but I mean, what were you thinking? Well, you already said that, but how'd you manage to pull that one off? Like, was it just how you were able to block them and then how the things fell?
Yeah, I mean, coming to that restart, I was kind of looking in my mirror trying to figure out who I could help, who could help me, or who I could work with there. And I thought Joshua was going to work with Joey and Bobby, and those guys were going to work together. And Joshua gave me a shot down the backstretch and kept me out in front. And then when those guys caught me again, they got around me. But luckily, I stayed right there next to Joey, and we were able to get a run out of 4 coming to the finish.
All right, man. Well, looking at the points now, it's been updated. You still have the points lead, but you're tied with EJ with 2 races to go in with the round of 6. Do you think you'll be able to get another series title here?
I hope so, man. We just got to keep this momentum going, take it into the next 2 races. There's just down to 6 now. I think this was the final race of 12, and we just got to try to have the best finishes here these next 2 races and see if we can pull it out.
All right, man. Well, is there any shout-outs or things you'd want to give out to anyone here tonight?
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout-out to everybody here at Sim500. It's a great league. Anyone out there looking for a league, come on over. A great group of guys, pretty competitive. Tim's Corner Motorsports, Tide. You up here, VRN. You up in the booth doing a good job, man.
All right, man. Well, hopefully you enjoy your week and enjoy the break, and we'll see you back at Daytona 2 weeks from now, Richard.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Jeez. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's race. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.